One of the things that I adore about BNI is it is an organization with an intention on how can you grow your business by referral. Now, there's a lot of other things that BNI can create for us, though. When I first applied, I wanted those referrals. I was excited by them. And so I thought we'd talk today a little bit about referrals, but it's not just me. Hi, y'all. Tiffanie here. I have joining me today Shawn Yesner. Greetings, Shawn.
Hey, how are you?
Good to have you. And Shawn has been in BNI for a little bit.
A little
He
bit
joined,
longer than you.
yes, a little bit longer than me. I think he joined about 3 or 4 months prior to me. So 2004, Shawn got into BNI. I joined in March of 2005. And we've been having a lot of fun together since then, haven't we, Shawn?
Yes, yes, a lot of good times, a lot of referrals, a lot of one-to-ones, a lot of all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. And last week we had a question from AnneMarie. She said, "What if it seems people are giving leads but not true referrals?" And we were already about at the time that we would need to begin to wrap up during that conversation. And it wasn't exactly part of what we were speaking on, though it does fit. And so I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'm like, we will do a live video on this. So if y'all are watching this and you're like, I want help on this, or I want help on that, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about lackluster chapters and what we can do to pump that up. So if you have ideas on topics, put them in the comments, put them in the chat, wherever you may be. We'd love to know and share what you need. And I started thinking, who do I know that knows a lot about referrals? So Shawn Yesner does our advanced training on referrals here in the BNI West Central Florida area. So I thought he would be perfect. So greetings, Shawn. Glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the invitation. I always appreciate the invitation to talk to you about BNI and networking and referrals and incentive and everything. So thank you.
So, what are your initial thoughts to this question? What if it seems people are giving leads but not true referrals?
So the first place that I went was a lesson that we learned in Ignite Your Business about the different shades
Mm,
of a referral. And, as an attorney, I can't cold call anybody. The Florida bar won't allow me. It's actually an ethical violation if I call somebody out of the blue as a cold call. And so a lot of times, if I get something that is a lower on the BNI referral slip, we've got 1 through 5, with one being the lowest. I kind of gave, here's someone, go call them. 5 being the highest. This is ready to be closed business. If you get something that's not at that level, or in Ignite Your Business and incentive, if you get something that's lower than a shade of referral that you want, there's an easy way to heat it up. And for me, it's an easy excuse. I go to the person that gave me the referral. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this referral that you gave me, but the Florida bar won't let me cold call somebody. So could you do me a favor and start a 3-way email introduction, or schedule a lunch appointment? Or, in other words, I'm going back to my referral source and I'm saying, thank you so much for this referral, but can you heat it up a little bit more? In terms of the question, I'm taking a lead and I'm coaching my referral source to turn it into a referral.
Now, what typically happens for you when you ask the person, hey, could you reach out and whatever it is your request is? What typically is the response from your chapter member?
Yeah, so a few things. I mean, number one, I'm teaching them how to better refer me. So that's just kind of, I'm making them a better referral partner for me. The other thing is, if it's a bad referral, if it is truly a lead, then my referral source will say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have that person's contact information," or "I really don't know that person." And so then neither one of us are really spending any more time on something that wouldn't be a referral. Neither one of us are spending time on something that would be a lead. Or the person will say the other thing, the thing I want them to say, which is, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that. Yeah, let me call this person and I'll start a 3-way communication, whether by phone or email or whatever." And so either they're really happy to help, in which case it turns into a referral, or it wasn't really a good referral to begin with, in which case neither me nor my referral source are wasting each other's time, and we're not going to end up wasting the time of the person that they were trying to refer to me.
Now, I understand that as an attorney, this is how it goes. But what about the rest of us? I mean, I know your chapter has like a dozen attorneys in it, but most people, maybe one or two attorneys in their chapter. And I would assume this applies to doctors as well. But what if we're not a doctor or an attorney? What do we do in this instance?
I think you can use the same language. I mean, I have a built-in excuse because I'm an attorney. But even if I were not an attorney, I think what I would do is go back to the referral source and still start out with, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And then maybe you can say something like, but what I've found is that if it's a little bit more of a warm introduction, it has a better possibility of closing. Or if it's a warmer introduction, I can better support you as my referral partner or something like that. I get the crutch of saying I'm an attorney, this is how I have to do it. But even if I wasn't an attorney, I think what I could do is say, thank you so much. That's always the first thing I say. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you giving me the referral. Can you help me? Or can you warm up this referral? Or can you make it a better possibility for me by blank? Starting the text chain, the email chain, the lunch appointment, whatever it is you want to do.
Do you ever find, because I have people ask me this occasionally, like, what if I'm giving back referrals to this person the second, the third, the fourth time? Are they going to stop referring me?
You mean the person that gave the referral is going to be upset that I'm kicking the referral back? Is that
Yeah.
I think what I would do is sit down with my referral source. If I see that they're really trying, I would do a couple of things. Number one, I would sit down with them and say, look, here's how I like to receive referrals. Here's what gives me the best chance for success in getting a referral, and have a one-to-one, and I'll buy lunch or whatever. And it's just a little bit of coaching. Plus, you're training them on how to give you a good referral, but you're also treating them on how to get a good referral for themselves. The other thing that I would often say to people is, just because I get a referral from you or get a good referral from you doesn't mean I have to give back a good referral. So for example, now I do want to give referrals because BNI is built on givers gain, something I absolutely believe in. But let's say, Tiffanie, that you give me a referral and I can't give you one back, but
Oh,
I can give a referral to Jason Avery, one of our other Ascentive trainers. And Jason then finds a way to give a referral to Tom Fleming. And then maybe Tom Fleming finds a way to give a referral back to you. So even though I didn't give you the referral, I gave a referral to somebody, that person gave, and we're all just, we're all in a big circular relationship of giving and getting referrals to each other. So just because I don't give you a referral, plus there's other ways to give value other than giving a referral. But I think to answer your original question, what I would do is just sit down, have a one-to-one with the member. Thank you so much, and just have a conversation with them.
so one of our Facebook users, I'm not sure who you are, Facebook user. So if y'all are watching, please include your name in the comments if you haven't paired Restream with your social media so we get to see who you are. But they agree with you. Have another one-to-one. Yes. And you have such a more nurturing answer to the question. So I'm really glad I posed it to you first. So for those of you that haven't done the Roomful of Referrals program, we take a look at behavioral styles, go-getters, nurturers, examiners, and promoters. Shawn is pretty even a nurture examiner, whereas I'm a go-getter promoter. And so nurturers have a tendency almost always to be way nicer than the go-getter might be, because he's like, here's how you work on it. If I've got somebody I'm finding that's passing me, all right, let's not even go with the leads word. Let's say they're passing me crap. Because sometimes people, like, if they're sending you junk and they know it, then they are going to stop. But would you have ever closed it to begin with?
No. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll sit with them and I'll say, hey, listen, thank you. This is a bad referral and here's why. And it's always coming from a perspective of coaching and training. And like you said, I'm not going to turn it around and go, this is crap. Don't ever give this to me again.
I wouldn't actually say out loud to the person, this is crap. Though, how I typically have the conversation, whether it's the first time somebody's given it to me, and it's not so great, or it's been a while, I'm just like, look, I don't want to bother this person and, impact it. If you can get them together, whether it's a face-to-face introduction, whether it's an email introduction, if you're able to do that, great. If not, what I found is they don't typically close. And I don't want to, have you wasting your time or bothering this person. And so we'll just kind of leave it until if you're able to schedule that appointment.
Yeah, I like that approach too.
So it was Diane who had the comment of have another one-to-one. Love it. Love it. And Mr. Matt Wilkerson says, great information, sir.
Thank you, Matt.
That's a sir going on.
I'm sure Matt knows all of this as well anyway. Matt could have done this just as easily as me.
Hey, maybe Matt will be my guest because I still haven't figured out who I'm going to have to do the lackluster chapter conversation. So if y'all are watching this and you know how to help a lackluster chapter get going, put it in the comments. Let me know. Hey, I can help out. Maybe we'll have a little forum for y'all to share thoughts on creating amazing chapters from what might have been once lackluster.
I have an idea on that.
Oh, we'll save that though. And
Okay,
if you don't come back on, I'll definitely record it. And so we can share your video. So I need to go make a note of that really quick.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll get a video of it or have you back on for that conversation. But I want to kick us back to this conversation around leads and genuine referrals. So what else should we know before, though, we get there? I want to say we've got Tim Avery joining us. Blessed to know Shawn and have the opportunity to be trained by him. Yes. Shawn is fabulous.
Tim is a great referral partner of mine as well.
Oh, nice. So any other thoughts you want to share with AnneMarie or in general of what if it seems people are giving leads but not true referrals?
I mean, again, I go back to the one-to-one conversation, to have the one-to-one with that person and teach them and coach them. And in that conversation, what's a good referral for you? How should I be referring you? You could even maybe attend Ignite Your Business together as referral partners to learn how to better refer each other. Or if you're in BNI and there's no incentive nearby, go to the Referrals Advanced Training together and learn how to pass. The Referrals Advanced Training is a fantastic program. And I don't say that because I know how to teach it. I say it because I truly believe it's a great program. So another way to do it, if the one-to-ones aren't really working the way you want, is get trained together. Get your, isn't that one of the pillars there? Get your referral partners trained by the experts.
That would be core competency number 3.
So that's what I would suggest.
So Shawn, I really appreciate you sharing your wisdom when it comes to referrals. If people are trying to connect with you, where can we go online to find out more about you? And did you tell us what you do? Tell us what you do.
Yeah, so I told you I was an attorney, but that really doesn't tell a lot of it. I am here in.
All right. So Shawn is frozen for just a moment. Hopefully he'll be back with us shortly. He's wired in, but the internet was acting up. So this is the perfect time for me to do a segue while we wait for Shawn to come back. So I don't usually talk about what's coming up, as these are evergreen videos. It's going to be on YouTube for ages and ages. However, coming up on November 3rd, so that's in 2.5 weeks, we do have the module 9 of Incentives Ignite Your Business, which is called Refer Me. And in this whole conversation, we do talk about the 10 shades of a referral. We talk about the exact languaging on asking people to create that warmer shade of referral. We also talk about how to ask for a referral without getting a no, as well as your referral receiving process. So all some really amazing things that go along with this conversation. So that's happening. It's November 3rd from 10 to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, GMT -4 for those of you in other countries. And if you want to come out to this event, in the comments, wherever you're watching this, put at Tiffanie Kellog, that's me. And I will, tag me in there and I'll send you an invite. You can come as Shawn's guest, as my guest for the Refer Me program from Ignite Your Business on November 3rd. Back to Shawn.
I'm back. I
was like, at least I knew that was happening. And I'm like, all right, I'll just go ahead and share this. Tell us again, whatever you were telling us, who you are, where to find you, that fun stuff.
Yeah, before my internet poops out on me again. The easiest way to find me is the website, which is yesnerlaw.com, YESNER law.com. I am an attorney, and I help people that want more money at the end of the month rather than month at the end of the money. So that means I help people get rid of their debt, whether that be to settle it away, whether that be to file bankruptcy. I'm also the host of a podcast now going on. I'm getting close to episode 400. It's called Crushing Debt, and it can be found on all the major, if you listen to a podcast anywhere, you'll find Crushing Debt there. I've been doing it since 2015, thanks in large part to Tiffanie that gave me the kick in the rear end that I needed to get it launched.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you say, hey, I might want to do this, because I might say by when.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have a comment here from Matthew. And I think this is just following up on what we've been chatting about. Have a sensitive conversation with them, your chapter member, and ask them, what does an amazing referral look like to you, and how would you like to get it to you? And so I think that if we use this idea of mirroring, that can be very powerful.
Yeah, I agree. Teaching, coaching, in other words, help me refer better for you. And then they'll start thinking about, wait a minute, I haven't been referring to Shawn the way that he's asking to refer to me.
So Shawn, speaking of referrals, who's a good referral and a good referral source for you?
My best referral sources are either other attorneys that don't handle bankruptcy law. I've gotten a lot of referrals from family law attorneys, from probate and estate planning attorneys, from all different types of attorneys, as long as they don't already handle bankruptcy law. CPAs are good referral sources for me. Realtors, title companies, those are also good referral sources for me.
Awesome. So any last minute thoughts, Shawn, on your question or your answer to this question? What if it seems people are giving leads but not true referrals? And I hope, AnneMarie, we have done a thorough job answering the question that you're asking. Though I will say this, and we haven't really brought it up, if you find that you're getting a lot of leads specifically from one person, you may want to talk to your membership committee, and they may be able to have some conversations and do some coaching, educational moments flavored that way. So if a one-on-one conversation isn't working, perhaps talk to your MC. Anything else, Shawn?
No, actually that happened in my chapter last year. We had some members that were giving what on paper were tons of referrals. And when we started digging into them, they were more leads than they were referrals. And so it was a situation where the membership committee had to get involved, which is what the membership committee is there for. But no, I think we covered it. I think that the most important thing to remember is that, especially it's easy from a nurturer perspective. It's not about criticism. It's about support and how can we help our referral partners.
Awesome. Well, Shawn, as always, you share amazing and brilliant things. It's not your first time here with us on our Be Better at BNI, and I would be surprised if it was your last time. I'm sure we'll get you in at least once or twice in the new year as we help everybody out there be better at BNI. Thank you so very much, Shawn.
Yep. Thank you.
Happy networking, y'all.